When you have a child, people think that you own them and you responsible on another level spiritually for that child or whatever, but you're not. Your time with them is temporary, and everyone is a gift.
It's mixed. Not excited, no. I just feel like when I see it, it'll probably bring back a lot.
It was fun. It was rough. I had to do a lot of things at a young age that most people wouldn't have had to do. I was more or less like a mother figure to my brother, and I had to make sure we were okay. So that entailed doing some things that I'm not proud of.
Growing up in Camden, seeing some of the things that you see there at an early age, it really starts to shape the way you look at how short life can be. I think at an early age, I just started to question pretty much everything.
Nah, I just wanted to let you know that we was out here because I used to live here. We grew up here. I used to live here, so I just want to let you know we was
So we weren't doing nothing crazy. I'm growing up. My dad is a drug addict. He's a drug dealer. He's abusive. He's very, very, very violent. My mom was always at work. Like, when I say always, I mean always. She always had like 2 or 3 jobs. She was barely home. So the only thing I knew was what I seen through my dad.
The stuff that he used to do, teach me how to throw knives, clean guns in 90 seconds and shit like that.
There was just times in my life where I was afforded a bit more opportunity than my sister was. Are some of those choices hers? Yeah, but some of that choices that she made by being born into a family in certain environments, she can't help those things. We didn't ask to be born. We didn't ask to be born what we were born into.
I used to watch my sister beat people up from that window right here in this alleyway.
Talia the gangster, I really don't know too much about her because she kept it from me for a long time. I started this little gang. It was getting out of hand to the point where we was walking all the way to the other side of town, like fighting other little gangs they made up. They was called Chaos, we was called Unknown, and we would like meet them on the bridge, Camden High, and all type of stuff, and just fighting Dudley Green Park.
Being young and growing up in a household where there was, violence, whether it was domestic abuse or just, just violent things happening within my neighborhood, my family, you know what I mean? I did have, for whatever reason, I had a certain sense of solitude within just being grateful for like being able to survive some of that stuff.
See, like our childhood was rough because our dad was crazy. He was different, should I say, because a lot of things he did were not the norm, but it also prepared us for today. There wasn't nothing that he wouldn't do to make sure that he was happy, like above and beyond. He would do whatever it took to make sure that Kevin had whatever he needed. I mean, above and beyond. He had his own way, like very strong-minded. Didn't take no stuff. Taught me not to take no wooden nickels, and male, female, whatever the case may be, you bleed like me. I feel like my dad was like the toughest, meanest, brick wall you could run into. So if I can deal with this dude, y'all ain't nothing. Like, I used to have to go toe-to-toe with him. So the next boy, little boy or whatever that was messing with my brother or thinking he was going to fight my brother, no, you're going to fight me. Let's go. Right now. And they used to be like, oh, so that, yeah, your sister's crazy. Yeah, she is.
I realized they did a lot more sacrificing than I did. But me having those multiple jobs was my out or my protection, as you say, from being exposed to that, both the drug scene and the abuse.
I was more like his protector. Like, I felt like I had to protect him because he was more, quiet, did a lot of thinking within himself, so he wasn't as outspoken as I am. So I almost felt like I had to speak for him and me. I think he always felt like he was what was gonna save us.
I had one in the closet to grab a blouse or something like that, and it was actually sitting on the closet floor, like on top of some shoe boxes or whatever. But it was like slightly open, and I was like, "What? I was like, what is that?" Right? So I finished opening it up and looked in there, and it was money, thing of coke, and a gun.